unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
Couple minutes on the score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stop, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
It's Saturday tea time on the British Basketball League YouTube channel, which means it's time for double buckets. Later, the Manchester Giants go again, this time against a rejigged Leicester Riders roster. That's at 8 o'clock. But now it's the first meeting of the season between the Surrey Scorchers and the Newcastle Eagles. Last term, Surrey achieved their only away win of the season at Newcastle, and they'll be hoping for more of the same at Surrey Sports Park against the high-flying Eagles. Dan Routledge and Azania Stewart have this one for you.
Thank you very much, Jeanette. Yes, indeed, the Eagles are flying high. Can the Surrey Scorchers take them down? That is the question here. And Azania, Newcastle playing really well at the moment. It's going to be a tough ask.
Yeah, very well. And Newcastle just hit off London Lions 102 to 80. They are feeling good going into this game.
Let's have a look at the starting fives for today's game. And Cameron Gooden is back on the bench for the Surrey Scorchers after his absence through injury, which means Paddy Wang remains as the starting point guard. We've seen a lot of this five in recent weeks for the Scorchers. At the other end of the floor, no changes for Mark Suitler either. His team are in a great run of form, so he's quite happy to keep going with the starting five that have been driving them along nicely. And Azania, one guy you wanted to have a look at, a guy I'm a big fan of as well, Quinn Cooper.
Huge fan. I think we need to get you a t-shirt because he has been playing very, very well. We saw him shoot the lights out in that Bristol win. There it is, points per game, 8.5. He's going to be a big part of the Surrey's
And
success.
at the other end of the floor, one guy we haven't seen much of in recent weeks, Larry Austin Jr., returned from injury against London. He's a big piece of what they do.
Yeah, huge. 14 points in that London win. He has been out 5 games, like you said, but he is going to be key tonight.
Well, they're back to having that three-headed monster in the backcourt, the Newcastle Eagles, and the two coaches and the general manager having a chat. We're not too far away from the opening tip here in Surrey. We'll have that right after this break. Welcome back to Surrey Sports Park. David Griffin, Ian Spearman and Alex Belkner, our three officials for today's game. Paddy Wang has certainly improved as the season's gone on. He's had his troubles coming back from that operation he had in the off-season, but he's looking to be rounding into top form right now, and one guy who certainly has been in top form all the way through this season for the Newcastle Eagles, Jordan Johnson, has been driving them, and I'm sure we'll be expecting to see more of the same. Obviously, 2 games in a couple of days for the Newcastle Eagles.
Yeah.
Interesting to see where their legs are at.
Yeah, talking about Jordan Johnson, I picked him as the player of the game on Thursday's Sky Sports game. He had 25 points. He went 5 from 15 from the floor and 6 assists. He is definitely 100% this engine for this Newcastle Eagles.
And here he is with the ball as Newcastle get the opening possession of the game. It's Ricky McGill. Here's the veteran Defoe. That one's off the mark. And one thing you would say, no matter how well Newcastle have been playing over the years, they always seem to have a little difficulty here at the Surrey Sports Park. There's been some memorable tight games over the years as Jameson lets fly from behind the arc.
Well, definitely a scout as Defoe sits really far back off of him, actually, you know, asking him to shoot it.
He duly obliges, and that was the reason. But it's a guy you don't want to step off, Taj Green.
And that's so difficult, right? Because he's known for his high-flying dunks, but he can, you know, spread the floor at the three-point line. So for him to see that first one in.
And likewise, for him to see that first one in.
Yeah, Cooper, that's going to be feeling good.
Well, they're both guys that if one goes in, shot number 2 is never too far away. It's Defoe has the miscommunication. That one, there's a miscommunication at the other end, so Newcastle get it back. Scrappy couple of plays there.
Yeah, I read a lovely article on Cooper where he said his first dunk was at 4 years old, and I was thinking, what, 4 years old? But it was on one of those plastic cubes.
Yeah.
So I thought, ah, that's cute. He's been playing for a very long time.
Chasing round off the screen, but not keeping up with Whitfield, who knocks that down. Wang gets it back. Looking to attack. Gets to the rim well. Off the mark though, Jameson pulls in the rebound. Steele now. He gets all the way to the basket, lays it in, ties it up at 5. Here's McGill in the corner for 3. Newcastle hadn't made it all the way down court to get an offensive rebound.
Pretty quick couple of possessions for both these teams, going up and back.
I think they'll both be happy to
Go at
push
this
the
pace.
pace, yeah.
I think that's where Newcastle was great on Thursday.
Mohamed under pressure, but that has come off the hand of Whitfield, so will be a Newcastle ball, Surrey ball, sorry.
Surrey, for me, Dan, is a 4 and 10 team sitting in 8th place. They just never feel like it. They're always in, as hits that shot, they're always in the running to win the game.
Particularly here. I mean, they play well here. They haven't always won. They haven't always got the what they deserve, and Taj Green tipping it back in. But for them, it's about the consistency and also about how to close out games. There's been a few that they've let them go. Steele, just a little high, but well controlled by Jameson to tip it in.
Put that right on the plate, right to the rim. Great job by Jameson to get that one back into the basket.
Johnson sizing up his options. Defoe offers the screen. Gets the switch. Defoe rolling to the basket. Extra pass to Green, and Taj Green drops it in for 2 more.
Beautiful basketball. Well, sharing it. Great start from Newcastle.
Wang stepped on the line. And this is the thing. They've obviously had Gooden out injured, and Robinson was out ill for a little period of time. He still wanted to bring Lawrence off the bench. They've now got 3 point guards basically on the bench.
Yeah.
And Paddy Wang, who probably isn't the most natural point guard. And he does some really good things, but he also does turn the ball over a little bit from that position. Here's Defoe into the key, and he tosses it in.
That's his money shot.
Yeah, it's too easy.
That's too easy. Jamison needs to work a little bit sooner, push him out of that paint.
You can see again Defoe playing 10 feet off Jamison. Wang for 3, back iron. Defoe with the rebound. Johnson all the way to the rim and lays it in for 2. Newcastle looking comfortable here.
Great job by Jamison, you know, stealing and falling into the Surrey bench.
McGill grateful that the advertising boards are soft and the bench was able to catch him.
I think Justin Robertson got hurt on that.
Taking a charge, was
Yeah,
he?
taking a charge sitting down. Does he get a personal foul?
Well, I think we've been misinformed as well, because Gooden is listed on the stats and listed on the team roster, but he doesn't look like a guy who's going to play today. Here's Wang back out to Steele for 3, and he strings it.
That's really good job. We don't talk about our co-presenter. He's done a couple evenings in the studio. How well he's playing for Surrey. Can shoot the ball, can drive, plays well on the defensive end.
Offensive foul is the call. I think it was Defoe using his backside to bump Quinn Cooper, and he's got a word or two for him along the way.
Yeah, referee's giving him a little warning. Bit too much on that. Let's have a look. Goes down low, maybe just kind of wipes him out. I like that action. So it's a sneaky way to cause a little rub screen. Here's Mark.
A little chat with Johnson as he sits down.
Yeah, I really like his style of coaching. Yeah, you can see him constantly having that communication with his players.
Hunt left open for 3, a little short on that one. McGill with the rebound. Here's Green tossing it up, and he is fouled. He's made a good start to the game, and the Newcastle Eagles lead this one by a point. 4:40 to go here in the first quarter. A timeout is called, so we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Surrey Sports Park. George Green has made a nice start for the Newcastle Eagles. 5 quick points, and he's at the free throw line looking to add to his tally.
Make it 6. Yeah, starting off, it's always nice when your first shot goes in as a player. I knew it was going to be a great day. I saw the ball go in my first shot, or get to the free throw line. That always works too.
Oh, he's done both those things. And he's knocked down the free throws as well. Here's Robinson. Guarded by Josh Ward-Hibbett. That's stolen away by McGill. And he'll get an easy run-back layup for 2.
And this is where Newcastle was great on Thursday. It was their defense that then ignited. They had 25 points off of London Lions turnovers. Really made them pay.
Well, McGill is one of those guys who, he's committed a foul there, but he's always looking for that steal. Obviously, Larry Austin has made his name in the British Basketball League as a guy who can take the ball away and run it back, and the speed of Johnson as well. George Green's not averse to a gamble for a steal as well, to be fair. Here's Robinson, long 2, back iron. It's an illegal screen called against Delpesh.
They're all over this season. We've seen multiple fouls like this where, you know, Defoe doesn't get there soon enough. I always go back and forth. Is it the post player's issue, or is it McGill going way too fast before he sets the screen? What do you think?
Well, usually I'm leaning towards the screen setter because most of the time they go chasing it, although that one didn't look too bad, to be fair.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. But I'm a post player, aren't I, at heart?
Yeah. You've got to set those screens. There's a technical foul called. I assume McGill must have... Oh, no, it's a coach technical. That's must have been pretty loud for Coach Doodle to get called for that from the other end of the floor.
That's a great picture of him.
Cooper at the line makes the bonus free throw.
Well, referees are all over it now as he shakes his head. He's got to adjust. He can't afford to pick up another one. Just stay composed. The team's under control. Austin Jr. now in the game, Dan. Somebody that I picked out at the top.
Well, they've lost Hunt here, and he makes them pay as he knocks down the 3. McGill along the baseline, beautiful finish.
Took the bump as well. Great finish.
Here's Hunt again, left wide open, back-to-back 3s for the New Zealand international.
Wow. They're leaving him wide open. It's like they're forgetting about him.
So they'll get out to the next one. Here's Green trying to back down Mohammed. Cooper with the rebound. Mohammed this time is going to take the 3. Can't make it 3 in a row. McGill. Oh, it's not a great shot if it doesn't go in. Hunt running the floor. He's inside the... Ooh. I thought he was inside the circle there.
Yeah, Mohammed points to it right away and says...
Let's see where his feet are for this charge. Yeah, he's got a foot inside the circle. That can't be an offensive foul. The only way it could be an offensive foul is if he's not in his shooting motion. If he's still on the floor and it's deemed he's not going into his shooting motion, but he looked to me like he caught the ball and he was going for a layup. And I think that's a little unfortunate there for Surrey. Johnson back iron. Gets his own rebound. Here's Ward-Hibbett, who's been sensational in recent weeks. He's been averaging 17 points a game in the last 5 games, Josh Ward-Hibbett. Delpesh along the baseline, rocks the rim with the two-handed throwdown.
Beautiful finish, Dan. That was lovely. Good job, Newcastle. Sticking with it.
Once in the low block, can't get it to him. Now they do, and he and Ward Hibbett were wrapped up. And a foul goes against the Newcastle man.
Yeah, Josh Ward Hibbett, known for his defense, was working hard down there. But Hunt just got tangled up. Here it is. Look, he's using his body, but then he just gets the hand over and gets stuck. Yeah, like we said about Josh Ward Hibbett. Oh no, this is the baseline dunk.
Well, Bailey in a position he didn't want to be in there. On the hip of Delpesh. There's only one outcome there. Batted up in the air, but too far out of bounds for Cooper to keep it alive.
The pass needs to be a little bit better into Hunt in the post. You can't pass it to his chest when Defoe's hand is there. You've got to lead him to the basket.
Austin. Back to Johnson. Shot clock ticking down. Austin into the paint, tosses it up high for two. Ooh, Robinson forgot the ball there for a second. Cooper lets it fly for three, and he strings it, and the foul is called on Austin. A 4-point play opportunity for Quinn Cooper.
Walk this one off because here it is. We didn't get to see the feet, but this is the main reason why referees are all over this year. You've got to let the player land safely. Maybe just tweak that ankle a little bit.
Well,
but he hits it, yeah.
The thing with Cooper is he doesn't need much time or space when he catches the ball, so you can see why Austin wants to get up into him, but a little too much up into him there. Seems to be moving okay though, having taken a few seconds to get back to his feet. Delpesh on the offensive glass, and that's going to be a foul on Hunt, who claims he got the ball, but the referee not interested.
Quinn Cooper is known as the shooter, right? Just the previous play, but let's have a look at this one. Just maybe pushed him and slapped. But no, just going back to Quinn Cooper, how well he is shooting, his confidence, but he spoke about just that he wished he honed in on being a great shooter at a younger age. He said around 21, he really perfected the shooting, but he wished as a younger kid that he just found that one thing. You know, you have to be good at multiple things in the game, but his is shooting. And he started off very, very well this afternoon, what time is it?
Well, it's in that sort of twilight time, isn't it? I think you can get away with both of them, Zania. Is Steele getting all the way to the basket? Ooh, Hunt got a little hand on that, but still got it. They've got time here. They can run this to the buzzer, and Austin decides he's going to do that.
Yeah, good job by Surrey getting back on the defensive end, stopping Austin.
Austin now getting all the way to the rim. That is a little too easy. There's still a few seconds here if they're quick. Robinson from half court. Ooh, not too far away there from Justin Robinson. Well, Quinn Cooper, one to watch, as Zania said. He certainly has been. 8 points in the first quarter. This one very tight. We'll be back with the second quarter after this. So Josh Steele, 4 shots, 9 points. He started the game well for Surrey. They trail by a point, but they have the ball to get us underway here in the second quarter, and it's a lovely pass, leading pass. Jameson, in the end, was slowed by Delpesh, and that will be out of bounds for a Newcastle possession. And Coach Gardner not very happy on the sidelines, and did he get a technical there for his protestations, because he was convinced there was a foul on Jameson.
A couple of weeks now, Jameson keeps kind of wedging that ball short. He's not going up strong enough for me. Either go ahead and dunk it or slap the backboard, or you got to put the player and the ball in the basket.
Well, he just got a warning, and away comes Lawrence, feeds it to Steele. Steele lays it in. He's into double figures now. Quickly the other way. That's going to be a blocking foul from Bailey on the floor, not quite in front of him there. There's sort of side connection, but it was before the shot went up, so it'll be an end-line ball. Here's Ward Hibbett back to Johnson. Fires up for 3 and knocks it down. We haven't seen too much of Scott Spencer this season, but Ward Hibbett forces a turnover. Newcastle will get the ball back, and those are the ones that drive you mad as a coach. You don't even get a shot attempt. You don't get the ball over your half, and giving them a chance for 2 scores in quick succession. Johnson back out to Ward Hibbett. Shot clock down to 5. Ward Hibbett loses the dribble. Surrey come up with it. Cooper in the corner for 3. It's a modern basketball shot if I've ever seen one. There's a layup going there. There's Spencer driving to the basket and getting a layup, and a chance for 3.
Okay.
As a result of that, he's got a little flex for the camera.
Thank you, Spencer. Just in case we didn't know that you hit the weight room this week. Lovely up and under and finish. And hopefully, no, sorry, cameraman didn't give you the second flex for us. But good job, he heads to the line for 1.
He's really had the start to his Newcastle career curtailed. He's only actually played in, this is the 6th game that he's played in this season. He's only got 20 minutes in total coming into this game.
That's a lovely word, man. Curtailed. Wow. Need to use
Cooper.
that.
You can jot it down. The top of the key. You don't see him shoot too many 2-point shots, Quinn Cooper, but there's one.
Well, I like that, because especially when, you know, they run him off the 3-point line, steal the ball, still has it.
Here's Cooper in his more familiar territory, and he knocks down a 3. And he has got the hot hand right now. Quinn Cooper, 5 points in quick succession to tie the game at 32 and force Newcastle into a timeout.
Well, it always makes me happy when I pick a guy to look out for at the top of the game and they come out and they show out, playing very well, getting his shot off. He only takes a split of a second. And there's that turnover, 10 turnovers. Look at this. Lovely. Splashes it. Here's all his points. Thank you very much. And that and 1.
Well, that's the
jump
rarity.
shot, yeah.
That's the one we should clip up, the 2-point shot. That, believe it or not, that is only the 7th 2-point shot he's made all season long, Quinn Cooper. 13
points, 1 rebound. Fantastic start to the game for him.
There's some work to do here with his team. Having looked, I mean, a lot of the shots that they've had have been good quality shots, the shots they want. Sometimes you go questionable defense, but Newcastle feels like their baskets have been relatively easy, but they haven't been able to turn that into a decent lead yet.
Yeah, I just think you're right. You know, Mark Strudel has them, coaches them very, very well. But I just think maybe cleaning it up on defense a bit more. But this Surrey team, we see them every single week come out strong, starting well. And it's just, can they weather the storm and get over the line? So hopefully they can keep this up into the second half. But nothing to panic. We've got a lot of basketball to play.
Sorry, the key stat with them is always the three-point shooting. But they scored 5 there in quick succession. They're 6 of 12 from behind the arc so far, 50%.
Yeah, little.
That's the clip that they kind of need to win.
Right.
It's Delpesh in too close, and again, he's done his work early,
early.
And it's an easy score. It's what he does.
Yeah, and Surrey changed it up a little bit, maybe a 1-2-2 zone there into a man-to-man, but you're right. When Delpesh gets that low, he's going to score every time.
Lawrence into Jameson, and that's going to be an offensive foul again with Johnson taking the charge. Again, there's just a question as to where his feet were in all of that, and I think that's the question that Jameson is asking. Have a look at the feet. If he's on the line, he's on the line. That's 2 now. I'm sure he's on the line. And if you're on the line, you cannot take a charge if the player is in a shooting motion. You have to have your feet outside in front of that semicircle under the basket in order to take a charge. And I think that's 2 that Surrey can count themselves very unfortunate. Delpesh from 17 feet rims out. Wang pulls down the rebound. There's Lawrence for 3, halfway down. There's Jameson. Oh, he jams it off the front of the rim. How did he miss that?
Last couple of games, I don't know if he's got lead in his feet or sometimes I want him to just dunk it and he lays it up, and that one absolutely chokes it. Does the work earlier, rebounds it, takes that power dribble.
Well, to compound it, it's been deflected off him last, so Newcastle get the ball back.
That's a shame.
Just a mental breakdown. All the points count the same. You just got to get it through the hoop.
See, sorry, their defense playing this 1-2-2 or 3-2. This is kind of moving around.
Johnson baited into the 3, misses it. Here's Wang. Going rim to rim, all the way to the basket, denied by Delpesh. Ball on the floor, Newcastle come up with it. Oh, what a beautiful pass from Johnson to McGill underneath.
That's pretty. Dan, that's lovely basketball. You gotta love that. Even if you're not a Newcastle fan, sorry, gotta appreciate that one.
We all love a good assist. He's second in the league in that category. Jordan Johnson, only LaQuincy Rideau above him. Here's Johnson throwing it up, trying to get 2 points as he heard the whistle.
And this is what Johnson is so good at. We pointed him out as a player to watch on Thursday night, and he loves, here it is, this is the block first. And then we'll take it into this pretty pass. Look at that. But going back to Johnson, Dan, he plays for the contact. He literally will slow down if he sees the defense behind him chasing after him to take the hit, then the finish. He's excellent at that.
Oh, he gets to the free throw line with great regularity, Jordan Johnson. And that's part of how he gets to the 19.7 points per game that he averages. He's made 100 free throws already this season.
Does he? Yeah, he gets to the line 8 times a game, so I can believe that.
There's Cooper again. Well, I said he doesn't take too many twos. He's got a chance to turn that one into 3.
Yeah, this is what is really, he's doing so well, because now people are so worried about that 3-point shot. They're sprinting hard to run him off that 3-point line. Then he gets into this beautiful, 15, 17, that footer, and the foul. Wow.
Well, coming into the game, he was 6 of 14 from 2-point range.
Right.
Quinn Cooper, he's 31 of 79 from 3, so you can see that he doesn't take the 2s very often. And he's been pretty good from the free throw line. He'd only missed 1 free throw coming into this game, but that one rims out. McGill trying to thread the needle, and it's deflected out of bounds.
Yeah, this defense is kind of, got Newcastle a bit confused. I'm a little bit confused because it drops from a 1-2-2 to then to a 3-2. Got it back into a man now.
Shot clock. Well, he didn't want to shoot that there, did he? So he gave Defoe the task of trying to beat the shot clock, and he couldn't do it.
I would be upset if you did that. You shoot it.
Yeah, you shoot it.
No, you're giving me the Oh, well.
No I in team.
No, there isn't, but there's I in win.
There's an M and an E in team as
Okay.
well.
There is a me. Anyway, well, was Surrey getting another turnover.
Newcastle by 3, midway through the second quarter. Justin Robinson looking for something to happen. Long way into this offense without much ball movement, sorry. And it's ripped away. McGill. Oh, did that not come off the foot of Robinson? Apparently not. Here's Cooper. Changes out of that 3, and he didn't see Johnson behind him. Was Johnson in court? That's the question. Here's Green going to the hole, and he is fouled. 4:32 to go here in the second quarter. Newcastle lead this one by 3. We've got a timeout call. We'll be right back after this. Back to Surrey Sports Park. Jordan Johnson coming up with the steal, but was he in court when he touches the ball? No, I don't think he was. It's where you take off from, not where you land. So the fact that he's in the air, if he's come from out of court, then he's still out of court until he's landed in court. So I think that's probably 3 now that Lloyd Gardner
is going to be upset about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite easy for me saying a little unfortunate, but sorry, I think Lloyd would have used a few more choice words than that.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't cut the image of a happy man on the sideline there.
I mean,
chatting to his assistant
that's
coach.
3 big calls. Obviously, those
and
2
then there
charges.
was the foul that he thought he should get, that he got the technical warning for as well.
Okay.
And his team are down 5 as a result. Here's Wang at the free throw line, a little short. McGill looking for room along the baseline. He comes back the other way. Well, Green didn't know what to do with it, so he shot it.
I hate that shot.
Yeah, it's not the best shot selection you've ever seen.
Hate it. I hate it because if you get second guessing, you shouldn't shoot it.
Here's Mohammed, and he knocks it down. Johnson, a little hesitation, sees the lane to the basket, can't convert. Robinson mid-range, and it's almost, as soon as he lets that fly, you know it's going in.
Yeah, that looked like old school Justin Robinson. Man, who's won many MVPs in this league.
He's kind of an old school player in the way that he does
You're right.
things. Just,
But he's an old soul.
yeah.
He's quite a calm, cool, collective guy. Wonderful on and off the court. Another super vet is Defoe.
Defoe.
Fine wine, baby.
He doesn't seem like he's ever going to stop, does he, Darius?
Well, why not when you can still play?
Well, I've said that to you, Zania, and you're sat next to me still.
Do you know what the difference is? I started to not love the game anymore.
Oh, really?
And when you start to not love and like the game, you cheat the game.
And yet you're still sat here with me enjoying the game.
Well, it's different. It's different that we can sit here and enjoy great basketball, but getting up every morning, having to practice, having to rehab.
It's the grind
it's
that
the
you fell
grind
out
that
of love
I
with.
don't like anymore. It's hard. Yeah, it really is. To be a professional athlete at a high level, it's difficult.
Darius Defoe doesn't look like stopping anytime soon. Here's Wang taking it to the rim. McGill getting the rebound. McGill, Austin Jr., Ward Hibbert, Defoe and Green, the 5 at the moment. Darius Defoe with the strength to finish that one.
And he wills that one in.
Oh, Ogundenbi wasn't ready for that pass from Wang, and here's Ward Hibbert, who was way off the mark, and Justin Robinson nods to the referee and says, yeah, I got him. And Josh Ward Hibbert will go to the line for 2 free throws. Looking for his first points of the game. We're going to have a timeout first, as Lloyd Gardner wants to talk things over. His team trailing by 5, potentially 7 if Ward Hibbert makes both of these free throws, and he won't want this one to get away. This is an important 2 minutes here. Newcastle, if they were to push it out to double figures.
Going into half, yeah. You're right, you really want to lock in. This is a good timeout for Surrey. You're so right, just making sure, one, you hit these free throws, and then also make sure you get a stop. Oh, sorry, no, they're going to shoot the free throws.
Yeah, it's whatever at the line.
Make sure the crowd goes wild, so they miss the free throws, but make sure they get a good stop and then a solid score, excuse me. But yeah, Cooper, for me, 15 points. Dan, come out hot. Also, Josh Steele in your vision right there with the headband, has 11 points. It's 5 from 5 from the floor, hasn't missed. And there is the fans.
Yeah, the fans enjoying themselves here. We've got a double header for you on the British Basketball League YouTube. Coming up tonight, the new look Leicester Riders are taking on the Manchester Giants at the Morningside Arena. That's an 8 o'clock tip-off. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give us a like as well. Give us a comment. Let us know what you think is going on.
There it is, the new QR code.
Scan the QR code and get it
up and running,
and running, and share it. You can take a picture of that and send it to your friends so that they can join us.
There you go. And then we're on at 8 again.
We are looking forward to that.
The third team of the league.
Yeah.
We're very important too, you know that.
Leicester making changes, so we will see how they look coming out of that. Manchester, of course, coming off the back of a wild win last night, winning that one by a point, although they could easily have lost it on the buzzer.
Yeah.
Well, VC Dusha, I think 99 times out of 100 lays that in.
Yeah, blew the layup the last second.
Newcastle Eagles, very much a form team. They and Cheshire have the best current win streaks in the league. Newcastle trying to add to that.
Is this 6 in a row for Newcastle? I think
Is it
including
5 or 6? I think,
including
yeah.
their European win.
Including the European game,
Yeah, they're feeling good. And Josh Ward-Hibbett said, you know, there's a foul there.
And he's been a big part of it. And,
What?
wow, it's gone against Denby. I must confess, I'd need to see that one again because I just assumed it was a defensive foul in real time.
Yeah, I thought he held his hand, but okay. Well, I was talking about Josh Ward-Hibbett, just saying how special this group is, and they've only just scratched the surface, he was saying. And I think so, as they get themselves going and building confidence as they've won 6 games in a row.
Ward-Hibbett driving through, and he gets some points right on cue. His first field goal of the game.
Thank you, Josh.
Well, the interesting thing for him is he's topped 20 3 times in recent weeks, including he also had one of 19 as nice shot from Steele, batted out. Here's Ward-Hibbett again. He's McGill.
Smart.
Trying to get my Ward-Hibbett stat out there. I can't do it quick enough. He's 7 times in his British Basketball League career, he's got 20 points or more, and 3 of them have been in the last 15 days.
Wow. Thank you for that.
He's in good form.
Great
right
form.
now.
Yeah, wonderful guy. Known as a tennis player by his first trade and then moved into the basketball world. Is very good at both.
He won the Australian Open Juniors. And you've got to be pretty good to get to that sort of level, but basketball is his focus now, and he's serving it up to the teams around the British Basketball League right now.
Also fashion is his thing. Me and him used to go back and forth. He was a former London Lion when I was playing that.
Can't believe he would have beaten you as
No, he
in
didn't.
that category.
Yeah, back to back I won that title. Style icon of London Lions. He was kind of upset about it, I'm not gonna lie. Oh well.
Here's Cooper firing up for 3 again. That one a little short, but it's tipped in. He makes no mistake this time, Jameson.
Needed that. We spoke about that last 2 minutes, and Newcastle really started to open that lead. Well-needed bucket by Jameson.
And I thought for a second Robinson was going to steal it. And they get a well-needed stop, but Newcastle still have the ball. Well, somehow Ward-Hibbett got that pass away to Green, who had to beat the buzzer. And McGill does well to keep that alive and find Defoe. What a pass that is from Ricky McGill.
Great job by McGill. Worked tremendously hard for that one, Dan. And then the lovely pass to Defoe. The veteran is looking good.
Well, it looked like Surrey were going to get the stop they needed. They forced them into a late shot clock 3, but they couldn't. The defense isn't over till you get the ball back, Azania. I'm sure your coaches have told you that many times over the year.
Well, here's the Defoe highlight. Thank you, Fine Wine, 8 points, 1 rebound. Look at this one. Why not? Flex to show you I still got it. 20 years in the game.
He stuck with that play as well, and it gave McGill an option, and he's able to lay it in. And the interesting thing with Defoe is when you watch Newcastle early in the season and you look at the stats, and they always seem better when he's on the court. Even if he's not filling the stat sheet, which at times it's hard to quantify, they just look better when he's on the floor.
Well, Mark Stewart's coach talked about just his leadership and his presence and how much he demands of the team. Obviously, it doesn't matter how old you are, but as you do get older, the IQ goes up, and you can see that they are a better team. He works hard. He's always communicating with these guys. Look, this is a beautiful conversation that they'll have. And great little run by Newcastle to finish up the second quarter.
Well, he always makes their defense better as well, because he's communicating with his teammates out there. Can they get one last stop to take this 9-point lead into the locker room? Here's Cooper, has a quick glance at the clock. He's going to have to get it away. Parkinson on the buzzer for 3, overcooked. Well, Surrey Scorchers were knocking down threes, but Darius Defoe is continuing to cause problems for his opponents here. 8 points in the first half, and Newcastle leading this by 9, Azania.
Yeah, good job, and overall great start by Newcastle. I felt like every guy stepped up into the position. That's a lovely shot as he high-fives the crowd. And Defoe, it doesn't matter how old he is, he's always ready to play.
Well, Azania and I will look back at the first half, but first we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this. Well, welcome back to our coverage of the British Basketball League. Daniel Ratledge and Azania Stewart with you. And Azania, Surrey at times looked like they were in a rhythm in that half, but at times they couldn't get a stop.
Yeah, just struggling in a few moments, but also we've seen some turnovers that the referees have caused, but you can't really worry about that. You've got to make sure you execute those little plays and especially those layups.
Well, let's have a look at the numbers from the first half, and the two that leap off the page for me as far as the Newcastle Eagles are concerned. They're 17 of 23, 73% from 2-point range. Really, really efficient.
Yeah.
And look how many times they've got to the free throw line.
Yeah, they're doing such a good job putting their head down, getting to the rim. You're right, 9 from 13. And then if you look at Surrey Scorchers, 6 from 16, which is Cooper's a bunch of 3-point shots, but then haven't got to the line as much, but also 11 turnovers that Newcastle have definitely capitalized on.
Well, let's take a look back at the action from the first half. 12 points from those 11 turnovers that Azania talked about. And early stages, very much trading scores. Surrey in their rhythm, they tend to start well, but Newcastle just... It's almost like their scores looked a little bit easier.
Yeah, much easier, but look, they shared the ball. They really are playing together, gelling. But every guy who's played for Newcastle, which is 9 guys, 4 that have come off the bench, have scored. So everyone's stepping up on that offensive end, but also playing solid on the defensive end. There's enough time for Surrey to make another run, but they've got to be locked in, especially starting in the third.
And we've seen in the past Surrey win the game when they hit a lot of three-point shots.
Yeah.
They've made some here tonight. We've seen Hunt knock them down. We've seen Cooper and Steele. They need to keep that going in the second half.
Well, you know, they do live and die by it, but we've seen Cooper, if you do get run off the 3-point line, then you can go to that 2-point range. I need Jameson to just lock in and focus around the rim. Those plays are so important because they really take the air out of the team. They're kind of just disappointing, like, oh, we've missed. It's really important that he makes those 2-point shots.
And the other thing we've seen in these highlights is how close Newcastle have got to the basket. That's why they're shooting 73% from the 2-point range, because they are so close to the basket. Surrey have to do a better job of pushing them out away from the hoop and making those shots a little bit more difficult. Well, it has been Thanksgiving for our American friends this week. Let's find out what Newcastle Eagles are thankful for.
Do you feel like do you miss home at all?
Yeah, I miss home. I miss home a lot. Celebrating Thanksgiving and giving thanks for whatever you had or whatever you wanted. Just being around family and enjoying family time. This is pretty cool for the hotel and the team to set this up for us to be able to create a bigger bond with each other.
God, thankful for food they're about to receive. Let it be a blessing to our bodies and blessings that prepared it. In Jesus we pray, amen.
Amen. My favorite part of Thanksgiving is just cracking jokes and like stealing off of like my family's plates. You know, I never eat my own food, so you'll see like a lot of food out there. You know, people just very comfortable and just having a good laugh.
Being better than my family, but it's about 7 out of 10.
Having a good connection with your team is super important because you know everybody's tendencies. You know, like if a guy likes to cut or he likes to go to the wing for the 3. You know his moves before he does them, and then like you could just react off him.
You gotta find someone with a hot hand. Beautiful feed.
Uses his pivot.
Oh, that was filthy. That was a filthy pass from Jordan Johnson, the no-look bounce.
Hey Malcolm, happy Thanksgiving, big sister in Japan.
We love you, son, and we are so proud of you. Wish you could be home to have some of your mom's macaroni and cheese, and know that we are here in the United States, tuned in every week, cheering you guys on.
Happy Thanksgiving, Todd.
Happy Thanksgiving, nephew.
This is my home away from home right now, you know? So these guys are like brothers. These guys are my second family. They help me be the best I can be.
Yeah, I really like it. We spoke about
Step back. He should hit that all night long. Yeah. Here we go. Eagles with numbers, and it ends like that. Great team this year. Oh, and just taken away. Ricky McGill picked the pocket. Thought about the alley-oop. It was well defended by Sharma down there. Anyone else, they probably let it go. Beautiful pass. Taj Green with the bullet. Don't want to make it 3 in a row. Connor Morgan from range. Boom. Wow, beautiful pass across the lane. And once again, Connor Morgan.
And he used to be super skinny. It wasn't until his trainer, Kelvin, introduced him to weightlifting. And the turning point as they just slam dunk behind me.
Staying active and staying lean and mean. Look at this. He is just living above the rim. Taj Green, take a bow. Good defensive stand again. Back come the Lions. Opportunity now with a 3, and it's blocked out of bounds. And how about that? Darius Defoe, old man winner, says not on my watch. Jordan Taylor makes him pay though with a 3, now down to 15 points now. Oh, and that was just silky smooth from Ricky McGill. Action down below, shot clock reset to 14, and another opportunity for the Eagles. Josh Ward Hibbert, boom! Stops, looks, dribbles, takes a Euro step, can't get it to fall, and a fast break with JJ out in front. Jordan Johnson puts it in and 1. Lions in a situation where they're probably not going to win, and I don't know if that's a dunk or a throw. Jordan on the give, and a second dunk. Trailing by 29 points. Are we talking 3 dunks in a row?
Their scout. Everyone turned up.
Karen Sandy now going to get in the act. Wow. So London Lions put up one final shot here, and it will not go. So the final score will be the 102-80.
Congratulations, Newcastle, because I thought they were tremendous.
Welcome back to Surrey Sports Park. A reminder of the results this week in the British Basketball League. Newcastle have already got one win on the board, a thriller in Manchester, and Cheshire going up to Caledonia and beating them. Don't forget, 8 o'clock tonight, we have the Leicester Riders against the Manchester Giants. Join Azania and myself for that one. And we've got a triple header on Sunday. What could be better than sitting down to watch Sheffield, Bristol, Plymouth, Surrey and Cheshire Caledonia? That is what I will be doing tomorrow. But coming up in January, it's the British Basketball League Trophy.
The British Basketball League Trophy is back. The stakes are higher. The action is bigger.
Slow in the corner for the win!
Here's how it all goes down. All 10 league teams are split into 2 groups of 5. The trophy games are played across 3 weekends in January, where each team plays 4 games within their group, 2 at home and 2 away. The top 2 teams from each group will go into the semi-finals. It all comes down to an epic Final Four weekend at the Utilita Arena in Birmingham on the 27th and 28th of January 2024, with back-to-back semi-finals played on the Saturday, followed by a double-header with the men's and women's finals played on the Sunday. It's time to find the 2024 trophy champions.
Well, which set of fans will be heading to Birmingham at the end of January? It's all about getting hot at the right time. One man who's been hot in the first half, Quinn Cooper. They could do with a bit more of that from him to get themselves back into this game. Sorry, trailing Newcastle by 9 as we get the third quarter underway. And it's the Eagles with the opening possession of the ball game. Defoe directing traffic. Green, shot clock ticking down to 6. Green backs his way to the basket. Too strong for Mohammed.
Very nice move as he puts his tongue out. Great footwork, lovely poise, and a fantastic finish.
Nice pass. And Jameson lays it in for 2.
Yes, Jameson. Get that layup going early.
He's one of those guys, he does so many other things on the floor, but he's got to get those little chippy points here and there to help them keep the scoreboard ticking. And miscommunication there from Newcastle.
Good start. Yeah, good start from Surrey. I spoke about they have to come out zoned in, locked in this third. It's such an important quarter.
He doesn't look much happier than he did in the first half, Lloyd, does he?
No.
Here's Steele. Mohammed putting it on the floor, trying to find some room, getting to the basket. Will that go? Yes, it will. Just squeeze that one in. And he was fouled in the process, so an extra free throw coming his way.
Well, here goes the highlight. Gets bumped multiple times, couple slap downs, eyes on the rim. Good finish, Mohammed. Surrey must hear me. They had to come out well because the way Newcastle finished in that second quarter was, you know, they broke open that little lead. A good start.
Just a little static here, Newcastle. He's still trying to work out this defense, I think. That was the spot there. Defoe was in the dunker spot. The pass was deflected on its way out, or was it?
Yeah,
the referees are going to talk it over. And, well, the initial call on the baseline, I think, was for a Newcastle ball, but it's been overruled.
Finally, they even out, as in the first half, they didn't get that many lovely calls for them, so that's good to see.
Might make them feel a bit better. Here's Mohammed trying to do that from the three-point line, and he punches the air, and he cuts the lead to 4. Johnson trying to get them right back. Can't. Defoe trying to crash the boards. Surrey come away with it. Good start by the Scorchers here. Mohammed backing down, out to Cooper, extra pass, steal, corner three, strings it, and it is a 1-point game. The perfect start for the Surrey Scorchers, and they have cut it to a 1-point game.
Well, there it is, Surrey 10-0 run in the last minute and 29 seconds. Thank you, Viola, on my stats. Beautifully done, and Surrey come out with the fire that they needed to.
Well, Newcastle with the first score of this quarter, but the last 10 have all gone the way of the home team. And this one very much in the balance, and we said they have to make threes. We've seen them make threes here at the start of this third quarter.
But then they've also played solid defense, Dan.
Yep.
This confusion, I'm still trying to make it out what they're running. It's kind of like a zone, as we see Defoe maybe a little bit upset, but it looks like a zone, it looks like a man, and they kind of just step up and take the ball. I'm going to have to explain it when we see it, but it's definitely confusing me, so it's working against Newcastle.
It just seems to, in the last couple of plays, it just seemed a little slow to get into their set, Newcastle. And of course, then what you're doing is you're chasing the clock down, and then maybe your passes aren't as accurate as they would have been if you'd started a little earlier in the shot clock. But sorry.
Great start.
Great start, and they do put volume threes up, and if they are making them, as they have been so far, 8 for 18, that is how they can get enough points on the board to win games. What is Newcastle's response out of that timeout? It's a kick ball. Shot clock is at 18. It won't be reset because they would normally reset it to 14 seconds, but they stick with the 18 because it's higher on a kick ball. Jordan Johnson. Kicked out to McGill in the corner for 3, and that is the one issue when you are in a zone, is you've got to know where the shooters are.
Great answer from the timeout.
Wang fires up the 3. Steele trying to keep it alive, but could not quite get his hands on that. McGill's going to try again, same spot, same result, back-to-back threes for Ricky McGill.
He walked straight into that in river, nothing but net.
Wang to the rim, they needed that. Oh, it's been an explosive start to this quarter. 12 points at one end, 8 at the other. We've only played 3 minutes. McGill trying to find some room. He's hit another 3 quick threes for Ricky McGill.
Feeling it.
Back out to Steele, flushed off the 3-point line, finds his teammate Jameson underneath for the lay-in.
Basketball from Surrey. Got ourselves an exciting third quarter here, Dan. Back and forth action.
Well, somebody needs to be out next to number 0 there in the corner, because they don't want Ricky McGill to get the ball again. Here's Johnson driving through, Defoe from his favorite spot, but that doesn't go. Mohammed to Cooper for 3, and he got caught by Johnson. And that'll be 3 free throws.
100%. Johnson doesn't think so, but I saw it in real life. Slapped that shooting hand.
But again, that's almost reputation. You go, oh no, it's Cooper, I got to dive at him.
Yeah.
And maybe you get a little closer than you would want, although he does have the look of an innocent man.
No, I saw it in real life. I don't even need the replay.
Directing the show, refereeing the game. She's got it all covered.
I'm still waiting for my orange shirt and whistle in the post, though.
I'm waiting for I need to speak to the content team at the British Basketball League. We need to get you on a referee's training course. to earn that whistle and orange shirt. It's dead easy to do because Tahir's got a refereeing badge, so therefore it can't be that hard.
God. Might need to borrow that. I don't see him refereeing any game. Let no getting up and down the court.
Cooper at the free throw line. I've refereed a few games in
Have
my life.
you?
I don't have a qualification.
Okay.
I refereed my son's team once, and I wasn't expecting to. A referee didn't turn up. I was there in my jeans and my t-shirt. My son took a charge in the first play of the game, and I wasn't ready for it. And I went, play on. He was livid with me, and I had to apologise because it was a charge. But it's too early in the game for me to call a charge. It wasn't. I was in my jeans. I just wasn't ready.
Yep.
Anyway, Surrey have got it back down to 3 thanks to those free throws.
See, look at this. It's a 3-2.
It's almost like a football 3-2. They just need a goalie at the back there and they're set up, sort of thing. There's McGill poked away. It's funny because the 3 at the top is more of a line.
Of a wall.
Rather than normally you almost have it curved to the 3-point line. The referee's going to just chat this one over here.
I think it... sorry, Paul? No, shot clock.
Shot clock violation.
Yeah.
So it will be a Surrey ball. Lawrence crosses mid-court. Surrey with a chance to, well, potentially level the scores with the 3.
We've got the ball there. Point guards, Justin, Lawrence and Wang all in.
And Robinson gets into the key, and he had the motion of somebody trying to draw a foul, but he didn't argue it, so I don't think he was fouled, but they will get the ball. 4 seconds on the shot clock.
I don't think it hit the rim, did it? I don't remember it hit the rim.
We're having a debate about whether it is or not. That's certainly what Lloyd Gardner is arguing.
I don't think it did. 4 seconds.
Well, they have reset the shot clock now.
Coach Garner's definitely got a few new grey hairs after this game.
He is, he is. 4:59 on the clock, and they're going to debate this during the timeout. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Surrey Sports Park. Well, the debate was, did this hit the rim? And the answer is yes. So it'll be 14 seconds on the baseline. for the Surrey Scorchers.
Strudel isn't happy about it. Hands on hip, but it is the right decision.
He's gone double teapot, hasn't he, over there? Here's Robinson down the lane. He got caught in two minds there between backboard and rim, but Surrey will get the ball back. Ooh, nice touch there from Mohammed. Didn't quite kill it stone dead, but he got a reasonable control on it. It was close enough. He could break away into midfield. Here's Lawrence, little hesitation, drops it off, and there's Mohammed on the baseline for the lane.
Really lovely play, just Mohammed hanging out and sneaking on that baseline. Good job from Surrey execution.
Well, he's in the dunker spot, but he saw his teammate miss a dunk early, so he did the wise thing and take the layup. Here's McGill for another three, got it! Ricky McGill feeling it here in the second half.
Wow. Is that his fourth three-point shot in this quarter?
4 of 6 overall. All of them in this quarter. And there is Lawrence replying with 3 of his own.
Love it. Great game.
There's Larry Austin doing Larry Austin things. That is a very Larry Austin move there to the basket.
And asking the foul.
Hunt for 3, back iron, but the rebound comes out to Mohammed. Robinson is open, but Hunt's gone down, and he's not long come back from injury. Jordan Hunt, and it looks like a hamstring issue.
Yeah. And
Physio's going to come out and check him out, but that does not look very good.
I think I saw his mouth say a hamstring. Let's have a look. There's nobody really around him as he backpedals. Oh, he slips. Oh, no.
Well, we saw the Bristol player, whose name's gone out of my head, do something similar on this court the other week, where he slipped and did his hamstring.
Oh, no, that is such a shame. Oh.
It looks like the end of his day. Hopefully a bit of ice, bit of treatment. It won't send him to the sidelines for too long.
Oh, that is a shame. Did the splits and clearly not flexible enough for that.
No. It was Lucas was the player I couldn't think of.
Good job,
Johnny Lucas over in front of that bench did something very similar. Here's Robinson late in the shot clock. It has to go up. Lawrence gets it away in time. Back iron. Can Wang keep it in play? No, he can't. And it is a Newcastle ball. Here's McGill again. Got it. 5 threes in the quarter for Ricky McGill.
Oh, and he loves it. He skips down the court. He's definitely feeling it. All juices going.
So he's stolen it away. I thought he was going to pull up for a second, but he takes the 2 instead, and Ricky McGill is having himself a quarter.
Come on, man. He is definitely playing incredible, out of his mind. I love that for him. Wow.
Well, Ricky McGill getting all the love from his teammates on his way to the bench. 24 points. He's absolutely exploded here in the third quarter, and we can have a look back at all of them, Azania.
Look at it. When he has his feet set, so pretty, lovely high release, nothing but net, splashes them all home. And then look at this. Skips down the lane, beautiful smile, and forces Surrey to have a timeout and burst open the lead. 2-8.
Well, this is the thing. He's the guy that's doing the damage for them, and they don't seem to have an answer for him. Well, that looks like he's getting ice or something. Well, it's usually ice that's taped to the with cling film, isn't it?
Yeah. Have a little roller in there, make that job a little bit easier, but that's good. Ice it down, look after that. But it's a 7-0 run for Newcastle, excuse me, all because McGill, he is playing out of his mind.
Well, it just reminded me of a third period a few years back. Hamid Ali for Bristol. I think it was 5 threes in a quarter, just went absolutely ballistic at the copper box and beat the London Lions almost single-handedly. And Ricky McGill is trying to do something similar here.
Wow, and he steals it as well. Double him this time.
Nice pass. Oh, Delpesh wants a foul, doesn't get one. Probably needs to do a little better, to be honest with you. Steele out to Robinson for 3. Needed that, Surrey. Cuts it to 5.
Needed that at the same time.
Yeah.
They sure did.
They sure did. Well, for all the heroics of McGill, Newcastle only lead by 5. Oh, nice backdoor cut by Josh Ward-Hibbert, found well by Scott Spencer. They're looking inside to Jamieson, and that's going to be a reach in by Josh Ward-Hibbert.
Here it is. Nice little backdoor pass.
Lawrence gets it into Jamieson. Robinson has the switch. Will he attack Delpesh? Yes, he will. He'll get all the way to the basket. I think Austin might have caught him. It is the number 1 that the referee shows to the table. So it'll be 2 free throws for Justin Robinson.
Here it is. Kind of shakes and bakes him and then gets hit in the air. It's the right call. That elbow is slapped.
Well, I know you hate me doing this, Azania, but Justin Robinson is the 3rd best free throw shooter in the history of the British Basketball League.
I do hate you doing this.
He makes the first. I know you,
Dan doesn't believe
you know what
in
I was
jinx,
thinking
and I
about
do.
the jinx is I remember Kieran Achara moaning at me once because I mentioned the fact that he just moved first at the time, and then as soon as I mentioned it, he missed 2, and he dropped down to 4th as a result of missing that. It was that close.
Yeah, see? It's
So
all your fault.
he blames me entirely for his finishing 4th in his career. He was an 86% free throw shooter, 4th all time. Behind Justin Robinson now, who wasn't ahead of him at the time, that's fair to say. Here's Spencer for 3, and that will drop. And he's had a good game today.
Wonderful minutes. 7.5 minutes, 6 points for Spencer.
Lawrence in off the glass.
Wow.
We're just about hanging on here, sorry.
Yeah, that was a tough finish by Lawrence. The defense was great. Offense is better.
Is Ward-Hibbert. Oh, he's missed the finger roll, though. Lawrence. That's a tough shot from Lawrence. And the foul is called. He will go to the line for 2.
Here's Lawrence, takes the bump, stays up in the air, and we'll head to the line for 2. Lawrence is definitely coming in to a lovely shape. You know, struggled with a few injuries, and definitely is back in game shape. Comes off of the bench and is playing very well.
And he makes the second of 2 free throws there, and he'll get the last 26.6 off. here. Surrey have it down to 5. 2.5 second differential between shot and game. So if Newcastle manage it well, they should hopefully get 1 shot and Surrey none. And a chance to stretch the lead to 7 or 8 going into the final quarter. Austin, now he goes. Gets the switch all the way to the rim and he lays it in, and Jameson fouls him, and Larry Austin, that is what he does. I mean, it's on the scout report. You have to stay in front of him. And, well, on the switch, he had his eyes lit up and he's like, I'm going to the rim here.
Yeah, and he loves that right hand. He's so strong. And he's back. This is his 2nd game back off of injury. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's missed a beat, really.
No, he's looking really good. So often it takes a few, the free throw. He's never been a great free throw shooter, but he does get the rebound. Nice pass. And they get 4 points off the last play, the Newcastle Eagles. And that's a killer as far as Surrey are concerned. Newcastle will go into the 4th quarter with a lead. Can Surrey come back? Find out after this break. Well, both teams had 30 points in that 3rd quarter. Larry Austin with a big play at the end of it to get them 4 points, Newcastle, on that last play. And that's why they lead by 9 as we start the 4th here. Robinson kicks to the corner and Bailey. Oh, he got kind of stuck in an awkward spot there. His shot's off the mark. Here's McGill. Spencer back iron. Rebound is with Wang. Ooh, he didn't get over. And he's turned it over, Wang. I don't know where he was quite going. In the old version of the backcourt rule, that would have been a backcourt, but in the modern game, that isn't. He did get 1 foot into the front court, but you've got to establish both feet and the ball in the front court. You can see. But where is he going is the question at that point. Why didn't he keep going forward?
Yeah, but look at Austin's energy. He knew that, he could smell that, he was out of a place where he could be successful and hit the ball off of his foot.
And trying to get some points from those turnovers, and they've still got possession of the ball as that ricochets out.
Do you know what, Dan, I always love, and I think I was this person, and when a player like Larry Austin screams on a defensive
Yeah.
play. You know they're just for the team. Obviously, he's playing well on the offensive end, but defense means so much to him. I love defense. I didn't care about offense. I prided myself on defense. But anyway, 29 points from the bench. No doubt that's a lot from Austin Jr.
Well, he's shown a nice shot at the top of the key again.
He's saying, Azania, I think I might want to be player of the game tonight.
It is about that time where Azania's got to start thinking about it. So if you want to lobby for your choice of player of the game, let us know in the comments section who you think has been the star performer so far. Here's Kupo, who's certainly been up there as far as Surrey are concerned, but he's off the mark. It's looking like a one-horse race from the Newcastle perspective, although Austin maybe making a late charge. Here's Ward Hibbett for 3. Rebound Jameson.
Still an 11-point game. You know, 8 minutes is a long time to play, but just feels the momentum and the energy is with Newcastle. All 5 players. Look at that steal from Austin Jr.
And that is what he does really well. He's always, since he joined the British Basketball League years ago at Cheshire, he's always been in and around the league's leading stealers. He's got some challenge this year from another Cheshire player, like Quincy Rideau, at the top end of those charts, but that's what Austin does. And the other thing he does really well is when he gets the ball off those steals, he's direct to the basket.
Yeah, and here he is.
Well, going direct to the basket, but met there. Wang coming the other way. Surrey need a bit of a run here. Nice pass, and Mohammed is able to lay it in.
We were talking about Austin Jr.'s stats, weren't we? The steal. He's averaging 1 where he normally averages 2.
Yeah.
But he obviously has missed 5 games.
And Telpesh inside. They weren't quite in sync early in the season, Newcastle as well, which I think hurt them. Their defense wasn't great in the early stages of the season, but it seems to be improving as we roll towards December. Here's Wang for 3. Got it. Oh, they're still hanging about. Sorry, have they got one more big run in them to get themselves into the lead in this game?
Well, that's one thing Surrey is good for and they're known for. They're going to fight till the very end.
Spencer trying to get along the baseline. Austin wide open for 3, and he knocks it down. Larry Austin from behind the arc.
Just the confidence that is coming off. You can just feel it through the screen, can't you? Just Austin, McGill, they're just playing fantastically.
Well, Austin doesn't shoot a ton of threes. Quinn Cooper certainly does, and he gets those points back.
Go back into this, this 1-2-2, this 3-2. You see what I mean? They just kind of protect an area. That middle is right open.
Yeah, that's where the gap is, and out on the wings as well. And Newcastle have exploited those gaps.
Yeah, and Josh Ward Hibbett is smart enough. Just gets into that little 15-footer free throw area.
Problem at the minute.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't look like they've got enough. Cooper stepped on the line there. They don't look like they've got enough stops in them. A bit of chatter here as Jameson was walking away with the ball. Newcastle tried to get it back. Sorry, don't look like getting enough stops to put a run together. It feels like they could score, but they've given up 88 points in less than 35 minutes.
Yeah.
They've got to get some stops.
Yeah, but also, like I said, I just think even as a 10-point game, it feels bigger than a 10-point game because Newcastle are just firing on all cylinders. They're playing as a unit. You can see they're smiling, they're dancing, they're high-fiving. Even though it's a 10-point game, the control and the energy is on the Newcastle end.
Well, they've caught a technical foul there on Jameson as he was walking off the court. He basically kicked, well, through the advertising board. He's going to go take his frustrations out on the bike.
Yeah.
See what he puts through now with that sort of anger.
Yeah, Tour de Surrey right now.
It's hilly.
Yeah,
it's hilly.
No, I know. I did my pre-Olympic Games training in Surrey. I know it very well.
What, on a bike? You were doing the Olympic course was in Surrey, wasn't it? That's going to be an offensive foul on Taj Green. He was cyclist,
don't wind me up. I am in my spare time. Yeah. I like it. My dad is a cyclist, so I kind of have no choice.
Are you full Lycra and all of that?
Yeah. I got the gear. Do you know what I mean? That's a sight to see. But no, the Surrey Sports Park was the host and for the Olympic Great Britain team. That's where we spent 4 years.
So you spent time on the,
4 years.
The old watt bike or whatever it is.
No, just in this gym.
In this gym?
Yeah, I know it very, very well. And the watt bike. But we played many, many years in Surrey.
So are you full Lycra on a watt bike? That's the question. Let's get back to the game. Lawrence as the foul is called. And I don't know, there's something about Surrey, I just can't see them. Newcastle look comfortable.
Yes, they do. You're
and
right.
They haven't been able to make them feel uncomfortable at any point.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they do, they turn over the ball like that. Where the referees have called that multiple times. You've got to make sure you set those screens. You know who we haven't seen a lot is Jordan Johnson subs into the game because, Green. They've just come off the bench. They've been chilling, having a great time. They're about to finish the game.
If it's working, you don't need to go away from it, do you? Here's Ward Hibbert for 3, back iron. Jordan Johnson hasn't had his best shooting game, but he has got 7 assists to his name. Mohamed slapped away by Delpesh. They still have the ball though. Surrey. Shot clock getting low. Lawrence too short, and that's out of bounds. And Newcastle will get it back. 4:33 to go. Newcastle still leading this one by 11. We'll have the conclusion right after this break. Well, index rating is a stat that puts all the stats together, and right now Ricky McGill's index rating is 39, and that is the highest by anybody this season. 38, Maceo Jack and Matt Morgan. Nobody's had a 40 yet this year. He's got a chance to get there. And he goes into the key, and he will get there off an assist. No, he won't, because it's a charging foul is the call on the pass. The basket will not count. And the foul goes against McGill, which means his index rating will go down rather than up.
Let's have a look at this, because I felt like he comes off the screen, splits the screen, puts it on. Yeah, you can't see the feet, but
He's
good
outside
job.
the circle.
Yeah, and Will Neighbour can't believe it either.
Our neighbour, who's not played today, obviously struggling a little bit with injury. Cooper firing it up. He's going to get a flop warning. Nice pass, and there's McGill getting his index rating back up with another assist. It's his 8th of the game. He's not a million miles off a triple-double. He probably won't get there, but...
Well, what Surrey are doing now, which is the right thing, is doubling him, because obviously he's the top scorer and is playing incredible, but still it's not enough because his eyes are up and he's finding his players and handing out dimes as well, adding to that plus-minus, Dan, that you're talking about.
Well, he's got 27 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 4 steals.
Yeah.
So that's pretty...
I think I'm going to give him the player.
I think he's leaning that way.
Right?
Even I am going to struggle to talk you out of it, Azania.
Thank you.
I
You
usually see it as my mission to
wind me up,
give you some moments of doubt, but I'm struggling today.
Well, he's played incredible as he brings the ball down the court. You can see it.
He's going to try for another 3, and he's going to hit the bottom of the net again.
Come on.
6 of 8 from behind the arc, Ricky McGill.
That's it. Cherry on top. You deserve an ice cream.
30 points for him as Lawrence trying to get 2 back. Nice pass. Johnson in the corner, and he hits a 3.
Highlight.
And Newcastle absolutely running riot here at the sports park. Timeout is called by Lloyd Gardner.
You can see it, Dan. I've spoken about it all game. Look, they're just getting flashier, beautiful smiles. They're playing as a unit. They're having fun. And when you play your best basketball is when you can play freely, when you can have fun, when you can smile, you can high five. I'm loving the Newcastle Eagles' energy and swag right now is top of their list.
Well, we've seen some pretty good shots today. You got a chance to show us what you've got, not you, Azania. Well, you can go in if you want.
Go on then.
In the Molten unbeatable shot.
Yeah,
let's see it. Yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
This is your moment to shine like the pros and show that you've got the Molten unbeatable move. Show us what you got. Upload your most incredible basketball move with the hashtag unbeatable for a shot at winning some amazing prizes. The clock is ticking and the shot clock is running. You've got until November 29th to make your mark in the British Basketball League. Get those cameras rolling and hashtag unbeatable.
So time running out on that. You've got to be quick if you're going to enter, Azania.
Well, you've got 4 days. I'm not a flashy type of gal. No. I'm just a simple layup.
Just a consistent 9 for 9.
Yeah, it makes me cringe when I see, like, if I do that of myself. Do you know what I mean?
What, a flash shot?
Yeah, it's not in my game, but I love it for the fans. I've seen a few that they've sent in, really cool. We've seen some lovely highlights today, just the last one behind the back. Yeah, you got some flashy stuff in your pocket?
I could hook a 3.
Hook a 3,
yeah,
wow, okay. Wow, that's old school, isn't it?
I say that, yeah, no, I haven't played for about 5 years, so that's my thing. I'm old, Azania. Well, you should know this by now.
Okay.
Inside to Ogundengbe, back out to Steele. Robinson at the top, his 3 off the mark, tipped out, and that will go back to Newcastle, and Newcastle will be heading back north after this. A successful foray to the south over the last couple of days from Oxtuple and his team. 6 league games in a row they've won now. Once this one gets to its conclusion, they've really turned the corner, haven't they?
Yeah, they'll be happy, winning at the Copper Box London Lions on Thursday, then coming to the Surrey Sports Park, beating Surrey, this team, and I said it earlier, this quote from Josh Ward-Hibbett just said, hey, this is a special team. were just scratching the surface, and you can definitely see that they kind of started off slow. Then there was that 7 and 7.
Well, it's interesting because there was a lot of hype about them in the summer
beginning.
because they basically signed loads of guys that we know. So we know how good Taj Green is. We know how good Larry Austin is. We know how good Josh Ward-Hibbert and Will Neighbor and all of these guys that they, Ricky McGill that they brought, Jordan Johnson. So we were all hyped for it. And then, you know, they had a tough schedule, no doubt about that. They didn't quite play defense at a level that they needed to in the early weeks of the season, and suddenly the record's not looking great, but they feel like now they're playing like the team we were expecting to see when they made all those signings in the summer.
Yeah, well, I think that's just a show and a sign of how long it does take. It doesn't just happen overnight. You really have to learn each other. You have to know how you want to pass, catch, score, and that takes time, and I think now they've finally got it firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, it's one of those things is you can put together an all-star lineup, but it, as you say, the chemistry takes a little bit of a while, particularly given they've got 3 really good guards who can all dominate the ball at times and trying to find how it all fits together. But McGill's done it today. We've seen bits from Austin. Johnson maybe taking a little step back in terms of what he's looking for himself and finding his teammates, and these are the things. It's your game this week. It was Johnson's game last week up at Caledonia. It's McGill's game this week, and it's finding how that all meshes together.
Well, there's only one ball, right? So you have to share it. But what I am seeing more and more is them enjoying it and being more selfless. And they understand that, hey, there's a hot hand sometimes, and today it was McGill. I'm going to pick him as player of the game. But they're looking very good.
Well, he sits down and he finishes with 30 points, 11 of 13 shooting, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and 4 steals for an index rating of 41 in the end. So the first 40 index rating of the season in the British Basketball League.
Wow. Cut up that highlight reel for you and put it on a plate because he was wonderful at Surrey Sports Bar.
Austin kicks it out to Johnson. We approach the final minute. Surrey trying to cut the gap, if nothing else, but turning the ball over. And they've done that too many times here today. Azania, I think that is their 18th turnover of the game. And that's just too many to win a game, isn't it?
Yeah, way too many, but they've also capitalized on those turnovers. But then also they've just taken the energy from Surrey. You can see it. They're kind of been complaining to the referees, not huddling, not, you know, bouncing back, and it's just been more and more and more, and they've put their foot on their neck and then got to the finish line. They've played incredible.
So Newcastle Eagles on their way to yet another victory. Don't forget, this is the first of 2 games this evening in the British Basketball League. The Leicester Riders and the Manchester Giants are at 8 o'clock tonight on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the action, and come back and join Azania and I again for that one. Give us a like, if only for Ricky McGill's performance.
Yes. Ricky McGill, 41 plus minus point. That is incredible.
Index, not
Index,
plus minus.
Sorry.
He'd be doing well to get a 41 plus minus in a 16-point game.
Excuse me. Index. I stand corrected, and this is why you're my teammate too.
Yeah, indeed. I got the assist for you.
Thank you.
Robinson for 3. Knocks it down. Talk about his free throw shooting. He's one of the best 3-point shooters in the history of British basketball as well. Justin Robinson. Whoa, left his man on the floor there, but didn't quite have the finish. Taj Green can't put it home either. And Surrey will try and get one last score. Robinson wanted it in the corner, but it's Steele who gets it, and he lays it in, and I think Newcastle will just dribble this one out. Well, they would have, but the foul is called. That's not the 5th, though, so it's a sideline ball. It's the 4th team foul.
Yeah.
Wow, another difficult day for Lloyd Gardner and the Surrey Scorchers. Again, it's times where you go, they've got some good pieces here. They do some good stuff, Surrey, but there are other times where not so much. And the reality is, if you give up 98 points at home, you're in a tough spot.
Well, and also turning over the ball, right? You give the team more chances.
Well, they're going for one more score. The points difference might matter. Don't think these two teams will finish level on record at the end of the season. And Josh Steele cannot get them back, and that will do it. An unbelievable performance from Ricky McGill, by index the best performance by anybody in the British Basketball League this season. And he really exploded in that third quarter, which opened up the game for the Newcastle Eagles.
Yeah, there he is, the double-double king. A lovely smile by him. 30.6 rebounds, 8 assists, but he was 6 from 8 from that three-point line. Like you said, in that third quarter, Surrey made a little push in that start. They were focused, but this man right here came out on fire.
He certainly did. And it was almost like when the first one went in,
that was it.
It was game.
Yeah.
He was like, that's it now. Everything else is going up and going in. And he did have time to find his teammates because they were worried about him. But he just stepped into everything. And a few years ago, he was close in the running when he was at Plymouth for Player of the Season. And it was performances similar to that that got him there. And Newcastle Eagles fans will be loving seeing him playing like that.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we've spoken about is every guy is a different guy every night stepping up. Tonight it's him. On Thursday it was Johnson. We've seen, obviously, Taj Green have great days, Josh Ward-Hibbert. This is a well-complete team, and they're feeling good going into December.
Really, well, 100 points against is a big problem. Let's have a look at the overall numbers on the game here today. And, well, 70% from two-point range is incredible efficiency.
Yeah, wonderful.
And the reality is, if they're going to shoot 44% from three and 70% from two, they're going to win the game.
Yeah, but then also the rebounding game, they've won that 34-28, wonderful. And then the turnovers, pretty high for both teams, but that 18 turnovers from Surrey, way too much. But what is not a stat is confidence. What is not a stat is the swag, and just they're oozing right now of greatness. And I feel like they're one of the top teams to be worried about. They've knocked off London Lions on Thursday. They've come in here, they're feeling good, and they're looking good.
Well, they are certainly a team on the rise at the moment, the Newcastle Eagles, because they have 2 wins on this board from this week. Manchester victorious yesterday, so too Cheshire. And don't forget, at 8 o'clock, we have the Leicester Riders against the Manchester Giants before our triple header on Sunday. Sheffield, Plymouth and Cheshire hosting games at 3, 4:30 and 6. Make sure you joining us for that. Let's have a look at what that does for the table in the British Basketball League, and look at the climb for the Newcastle Eagles. 9 and 7, suddenly all the way up to 3rd.
They're going way up, and then also Surrey is at the bottom at 9, struggling, but that's huge for Newcastle. Great confidence as they, you know, they were 7 and 7 going into London Lions. They get the 2 dubs. Now they're 9 and 7, looking good.
Well, the games can't come quick enough for the Newcastle Eagles. The way they're playing right now, they will be fancying themselves to beat anybody at this stage. They've looked sensational tonight, led by performance of the season from Ricky McGill. Azania and I will be back for the Leicester-Manchester game a little later, but for now, goodbye.